What is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video, episode 2 of the Dubai series. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down my training and nutrition into a little bit more detail, show you guys exactly what I am doing, training while away in a different gym to still make progress. And at the end, I'm going to give you a free training split that you guys can follow in pretty much any gym around the world if you are traveling to continue to make progress. So do stick around for that. So down in the coffee club to start the day off, we've been pretty much coming down here every morning. Iced coffee here is tops. Plan my day out in my diary, write down a few notes in my notes section, and then also just meal one for the time being is just a big bowl of fruit, protein yogurt on top. So that costs like 15 dirhams, which is like £3-4 for that big massive bowl of fruit. So fresh, you wouldn't get that back home in the UK or Ireland whatsoever. So can't believe I called it UK home. Cut that out. I'll get some hay for that. Just want to get this in me quick and simple, easy to digest, full of nutrients obviously, of course. And then we're going to head to the gym and hit an upper session. So the structure of the upper session today is going to be a lateral raise. So a lateral raise is something you can do in pretty much any gym with any equipment that you have, dumbbell or cable. I'm going to start off with a cable, then I'm going to go into my incline press, then I'm going to do a pec fly, then I'm going to move on to my back work, and then I'm going to finish off with some more delts and arms at the end, tap that on. I'm going to break down every single movement, exactly what we're doing, and how you can do it depending on what equipment you have in your gym at home as well.
My heart been telling me yes, mind been telling me no. Lockdown, I've been inside, long time I ain't been on my home. When they call, don't answer the phone. I just wanna be on my own. I get up and get in my zone. I can't explain this feeling. Everyone said that they love.
Right, so a lateral raise is something that you can do in any gym, depending on whatever equipment you have. So if you have dumbbells available to yourself, start off with a dumbbell lateral. If you have a machine lateral, you can use the machine. Or obviously if you have cables, you can use cables like I just did there. I always like to start off my push sessions with a lateral raise. Get my delts, get some blood in around the delts, get a bit of a pump, and priority principle. For me, I really want to build up some side delts. Your side delts, your medial delts can never be big enough. So always start off with that lateral raise, work it through that shortened range. And for me, a cable is king, unilateral, work it through its full range. The resistance profile is really good for that delt as well, to match the delt. And at the start of the session, it's perfect for getting that delt fully shortened.
Me liars simply don't know the meaning. My shooty keep it simple. I got her, don't need to please me. My songs, like my feelings, in the bank, but I can't release them. I grind cause I gotta get paid. 1% chance, 99% faith. I fell in love with the hustle, I fell in love with the chase. No emotion, put in the pain.
Right, so that's 2 sets done. We're going to do 3 sets on cable laterals to begin. I'm going to do 3 sets on a lot of movements today. On my upper session, on my movements, 3 exercises per body part. Well, 3 push movements, 3 pull movements, and I'm going to do 3 sets and everything, okay? So usually when I have just a pull session or a push session, I might just do 2 sets. So I've put more movements in there. But for this, when it's just 6 movements for push, for pull, bit of arms at the end, I'm going to do 3 sets and everything, working through multiple rep ranges. So starting off with the top set, followed by 2 back off sets.
Get it no matter the weather, sun, snow, sleet, rain. Go sleep and do it again. My heart been telling me yes, mind been telling me no. Lockdown, I've been inside, long time I ain't been on my home.
When it comes to training your delts, 2 things. First of all, they can handle a lot of volume, okay? So don't be afraid to hammer them. Lots of sets, lots of reps, intensity techniques, drop sets, rest pauses. The side delt and medial delt can handle it. And also, what you need to do when you are training your delt is, don't think about just yanking the weight away from you and up to the ceiling, because you're just going to activate your trap. Just drag your elbow away and in front, okay? And then drag it back down, control back down, and come across the body there. So them delt fibers run all the way across the body, get full stretch in the length and range. And then from there, pause, dead stop, change direction, drag your elbow away and in front to the highest point and hold and control. None of this up, let it fall, up, let it fall. Okay, right, second movement today is going to be incline machine chest press. Now, depending on the gym you have, you might have a movement like this, you might have a machine like this. If you don't, if you look at an incline Smith machine press or an incline dumbbell press, which every gym will have an incline dumbbell press if they don't have an incline Smith machine press. This is what I'm going to choose to run for a while I'm here. And really nice movement, really like it. I've had a few runs on this now over the last kind of week or 2 that I've been here, getting on well with it. So let's see kind of what numbers we can put up in here today. So I have 4 plates on. I'm probably going to give this 1 rep, 2 reps, see how it feels. I think I might move to 4.5. Okay. I'll just do a 5. So one thing you have to take into consideration when you are training in new gyms, different gyms, every machine is going to feel a little bit different. 20 kg plate in one gym, although it should be 20 kg in another gym, there might be a slight bit of a difference. Every machine is built differently. So just because what you're doing in one gym, that won't directly correlate across into another gym. So take your time warming up, get a feel for the movements, That would come with a bit of training, skill, a bit of knowledge and experience to know, right, how strong am I, what can I do here, how much more can I add on. I was able to take that for 1-2 reps and thought, okay, I can put on maybe another 5 kg here and aim for like a 6 to 10 rep range, and exactly what I'm going to be hitting here.
When they call, don't answer the phone. I just wanna be on my own. I get up and get in my zone. All of these empty promises, it's like I don't know what's real. Everyone turn out fake, and now I don't know how to feel. I'm in the driver's seat, I can't control the wheel. We can split everything else, but no, we ain't splitting the bill. Let's see how far it can take me. They say I'm a blow, never say how long it will take me, but I'm on the way, just wait me. I thought she was done with me, now she said that she can't replace me.
Alright, 7. So you'll see there, that was definitely a final rep. I was not getting one more rep there. If you can just carry the same level of effort, same level of intensity into all your sessions, regardless of where you are, what gym you have, what equipment you have, if you're trained to failure with good form, good intensity, you're going to build some muscle, you're going to demand that muscle to grow. So instead of training in a new gym, new environment, still bring that same level of intensity and still continue to make progress. Right, so second set on the incline press, I pulled off 20 kilos aside, so plate aside. I aimed for 6 to 10 reps in the first set, now I'm aiming for about 10 to 12 here, and we'll do one more set then as well, about 12 to 15 reps.
My heart been telling me yes, mind been telling me no. Lockdown, I've been inside, long time I ain't been on my home. When they call, don't answer the phone. I just wanna be on my own. I get up and get in my zone. My heart been telling me yes, mind been telling me no. Lockdown, I've been inside, long time I ain't been on my home. When they call, don't answer the phone.
Right, so that's going to be the pressing done for today. When you are on the move, you're doing the full upper session, you don't have time to be hitting your chest from all 3 different angles. My preference and my advice for everyone out there is have an incline press in over a flat press, or definitely over a decline press. If you only have time for one press in an upper session, also with a pec deck in there too, but one main pressing movement, let it be an incline press. Hit those upper pec fibers, the upper shelf. That's where the majority of people need that work. Okay, that lower pec is going to be hit, and majority of people, that lower pec is already developed. So upper pec, incline work, always king over any flat work. So I can't talk about traveling and continuing to make progress with your physique and in the gym without touching on nutrition. So when it comes to nutrition and traveling, it can actually be quite simple to stay on track. Obviously in a place like Dubai, you have lots of healthy options available to you. You have places that can make up your meals, your macros, your calories exactly to you. But no matter where you are in the world, there's always healthier options available to you. You can go in, you can get a cold packet of chicken, you can get some salad, you can make up your meals as you go. Protein bars, protein shakes available to you, high protein yogurts, bowls of fruit. That's something that I've been having on the go now as well, is a big bowl of fruit in the morning, a fruit pot with a protein yogurt on top, loads of fibre, a bit of protein, keep me feeling full throughout the day. And also, majority of people, when you are traveling, you're going to be having a bit of food out in the evening, so you want to save those calories for a little bit later. So if you are traveling and you're looking to continue to make progress with your physique, or even maintain your physique, not put on any additional body fat, look at saving those calories throughout the day so you can enjoy yourself a little bit more in the evening times. And a little rule of thumb is don't miss twice. If you have a meal out coming up in the evening time, that means okay, my meals throughout the day need to be on point so that I can enjoy myself, and don't miss twice. That means my next meal tomorrow, or maybe a meal after, has to be back to it. So that's just a little rule of thumb, don't miss twice. If you have a meal out in the morning, that means later on in the day, okay, my meals need to be on point to allow for that. And that's just one or two of the sacrifices that you have to make if you want to stay in shape. It's not easy to stay in shape while traveling. It's not easy to stay in shape as it is. That's why people hold it at such a high value. So if you do want to stay in shape while traveling, still continue to make progress, you will have to make one or two sacrifices, but it can be enjoyable too. People take pride in their physique, and you should too. So the next movement today is going to be a machine pec deck. Okay, that's going to be the last of our pressing movements, last of our chest work. So with a machine pec deck, again, 99% of gyms should have a machine pec deck. If your gym doesn't have a machine pec deck, I'd be kind of worried. I'd be looking at changing gyms. If it doesn't, cable crossover, and if you need to, dumbbell fly, but I wouldn't really, I'd nearly rather a resistance band fly than a dumbbell fly. Anyways, when looking at the pec deck, we've done our pressing movement, okay? We were driving our hands and elbows away from the body with our pressing. Now we're looking at driving our elbows across the body. There are the two main functions of the pec: elbows across and hands away. In my upper session, okay, so I have in my push session, this is my upper session. In my push session, I'll start with a pec deck before my pressing, and then I'll just alternate it. In my upper session, I'll do my pressing and then do a pec deck. People will often ask what's going to be better to do first, a machine pec deck or a chest press. Honestly, it doesn't necessarily matter. There is definitely merit for both to be done first. I would say in your push session, or in your first push session of the week, start with a pec deck, get the elbow across the body, work this pec in the shorten range, and then your second push day or your upper day, vice versa, start with the press and then pec deck after, work more in the lengthening range. So there's definitely value to have it before pressing movement to activate the chest, get the chest fully shortened, but there's also value to have it after pressing work as well.
I just wanna be on my own. I get up and get in my zone.
So when I'm doing a pec deck, what I'm thinking about doing is keeping a nice proud chest up towards the ceiling, and then I'm driving my biceps into the side of my pecs. Okay, keep my shoulders behind my chest at all times. What a lot of people will do is compensate, bring their shoulders forward, get their hands to touch, and then you're just putting it all on your shoulders. So keep the shoulders back and down, drive your biceps into the side of your pecs. Right, so pressing work is done onto the second portion of the movement, which is going to be the back work, full work. So when you are doing a full upper body session, I always personally like to start with my pressing work and then my back. One of the reasons for that is, first of all, I want to grow my chest. I think my chest still needs a lot more development than my back does. But also, when you are doing your pressing movements, your back will be a big stabilizer for your pressing movements. So if I'm doing my pulling movements before my pressing movements, my back is fairly fatigued, and then I can tend to, I suppose, slip up on my pressing movements and could lead to an injury as I've already fatigued my back too much. So I have my pressing movements done, now I can go on to my back movements. So the first pulling movement of the day is going to be a neutral grip lat pull down. When I am training a full upper body session like I have today, usually when training my lats, I like to use unilateral movements, but when I am training upper body and it's a longer session as a whole, I don't want to waste too much time doing unilateral movements. So 2 arms here at the same time. I will still do one unilateral movement to finish off for my lat, but at the moment I just want to get in, get it done. We're already here a good bit. So starting off with this neutral grip lat pull down, train my lat, then my upper back, then a little bit more lat work. Okay, so first movement there, I actually overshot a little bit, or undershot should I say, 13 reps on my first movement. Usually in my top set I'm looking for about a 6 to 10 reps. So what I'm going to do in this scenario is I'm actually going to go up and wait for my second movement and aim to hit a slightly lower rep set, okay? So started off with a 13 repper. I'm going to up the weight now instead of dropping it off. This is something that I personally like to do. I have been doing it recently. Up the weight. I've already kind of got a feel for the movement now as well. So I'm going to up that weight, keep the intensity, keep the accuracy, slightly lower rep range, and then finish off with a higher rep range. So high, low, really high rep range. I overshot that one. So when looking to train your lats and with a neutral grip lat pull down such as this, what you want to do and focus on is always driving your elbows in towards your hip as close as you can. Now with a movement like this, you're not going to be able to get your elbows onto your hip the same way you could with a unilateral D-handle pull down or a single arm cable row, but you're still going to be targeting those lats, especially those kind of mid to upper lats as well. For years, everyone starts off with the standard upper back pull down. Okay, that's what everyone does when they get into the gym, lat pull down. Then you move on to the single arm D-handle pull downs, and that's great. You're targeting the lower lats. I then moved on to this only recently, probably the last 6 months or so, and I actually forgot what it was like to feel my upper lats, my mid lats. Now that's very like bro science, like dividing the lats and targeting lats in different areas. But just get in and do it yourself, and you feel it yourself. You feel it in a way that you haven't felt it in a long time if you have been just solely sticking to the single arm lat pull downs with a D handle. Just a couple of pointers with this as well when you are doing it. Sit into the machine, neutral spine from the bottom, and then tilt your chest up, arch your chest up, okay? So big, tall, proud chest, lift the rib cage up to the ceiling, stay locked into that position. A good stretch from the lats on the way up, dead stop pause, and again drag your elbows down in towards your hips, okay? The same way as everything else. Don't pull, don't yank, drag it down and control back up.
Yo, so many questions, who do I ask? Where do I go from here? What are you smoking? Ain't no average girl, my one top tier. What is it now? I stood on business and I made it clear. I'm over it now, you done all this to make me look weird. If it's you or me, that's peak on you. I'll be deep in life, but I try not to reflect on life while pre in the view.
So moving on to the next movement today, which is going to be chest supported T-bar row. So if you don't have a T-bar in the gym that you're in, whether you're traveling, you're at home, what I would do instead is any sort of chest supported row. So anything that's available to you that has chest support, whether that's a cedar row, whether it's a humble dumbbell row, which is a really good movement, incline bench with some dumbbells, there's always alternatives, okay? So whatever you can put in there instead of the chest support row, but for the moment, chest support T-bar, this would be my preference as well, so I'm delighted that it is here. I do like a good T-bar row, and I like the way this one's built as well. Also, you might need to adjust this. I'm actually standing on the floor instead of the platform because I'm tall, I'm lanky, and I need to stand on the floor for me to fit into the machine properly. Something I always see people do wrong with a chest support T-bar row is they turn it into a belly row. So you can see what I'm doing here. My chest is covered and I'm rowing my chest supported T-bar row as it is the movement. If I was to stand on the platform, which a lot of people would probably do, that's a joke, but even if I was here, now it's just a belly row. My chest isn't supported at all. So, bit of common sense sometimes. Chest supported T-bar row, make sure your chest is fully covered, full retraction of the scapula down the way up and down, alright?
I lie way too much, I don't even believe the truth, aye. My vision was blurry, and I didn't know how to clean it. I was happier when I was broke, aye. It's an awkward feeling, My family know I ain't be myself. Some things that I gotta deal with. Aye, fuck the money, fuck the.
So we're going to finish off the pull-on work with a single arm dumbbell row, which is a movement that I know absolutely everybody can do, no matter where they are, what gym they are in. Surely you have a dumbbell that you can do. Now, there's certain ways I like to do dumbbell row. Dumbbell row is a movement that so many people butcher. They find it really hard to connect, and they just don't really know what they're trying to do when they're doing a dumbbell row. So I'm going to run you through a couple of movements or a couple of cues when you hit your dumbbell row to make sure you're actually targeting your lats instead of your upper back or your rear delts. So when you're doing your single arm dumbbell rows, you're looking to target your lats. You see what I'm doing there is I have a bench in front of me to give me some additional support. I'm not on the bench with my knees, I'm standing behind the bench, okay? I have my non-working hand in front of me to support me. I have my working arm, leg in front. Not this way, but this way. This offers me a lot more support and make sure that I don't rotate when I'm rowing back. Because if I had this forward, this and this leg back, I would just rotate and swing the weight up. Now, when I'm doing this way, this leg is here. This means I won't rotate. I'm rowing in an arc. I'm coming down in front of me and I'm driving my elbow, dragging my elbow back towards my hip and back down in front of me again, back to my hip. So many people with dumbbell row will just pick up the weight and just pull it up towards them like this. Okay, that's not going to target your lats. That's going to target your upper back, your rear delts. It's not what you want to do, okay? When you're targeting your lats, elbow into your hip.
And if shit goes wrong today, aye, who else are they gonna blame? If I don't help you out, you'll probably say I changed. Aye, my closest friend tried to draw me out. Talk on me, that's word of mouth. Speak with chest, no need to shout.
So to wrap up the session, we are just going to finish off with a superset of bicep triceps. So simple straight bar, cable curl, bicep tricep set, any sort of bicep tricep superset to finish off this exercise, depending on the kind of equipment you have available. Everyone in any sort of semi-decent gym will have some sort of cane machine available to them. And if not, if it is just dumbbells, dumbbell curl, tricep extension, hip skull crusher, whatever it is, people might get too anal in terms of like what exact movement they're doing for their bicep or tricep. Sometimes, you know, you just have to understand that your bicep doesn't know exactly that it's doing either a cable or a dumbbell. Yeah, there's a distance profile. But one thing I've been saying throughout this entire video is if you apply effort, if you apply intensity, your arms are going to grow, your body's going to respond. So if you can just take that with you into every single session when you're traveling or when you're away, if you're looking to continue to make progress, that's what's going to drive that progression more than anything else, is the intensity, not the equipment, not the machines, not the atmosphere, the level of intensity that you can bring to the session.
Catch up, someone's gonna get bored up, why? Cause this shit don't add up. So many questions, who do I ask? Where do I go from here? What are you smoking? Ain't no average girl, my one top tier. What is it now? I stood on business and I made it clear. I'm over it now, you done all this to make me look weird. Aye, you got a bone to pick with me, I feel like Piers Morgan. ETA on my trip, I said it already, you know I'm stalling. Yo, I feel like MJ now, I'm balling latest nights and early mornings.
Alright guys, so that is it for today's session. Really good upper session, happy with how it went today. As I mentioned, I am going to give you guys my free training split that I am following while traveling. So it's a 4-day training split with an additional 5th day that I like to do myself, which is arms and cardio, which I don't have in the plan. So there's a 4-day split, upper, lower, push, pull. On that upper day, it's just at the session we went through today. The leg day is the leg day that was in the first video. We will go through the push session and the pull session with you guys too. And in that pull day as well, there's a small bit of lower volume with an RDL in there as well, okay? So I'll leave a link to that below in the caption so you can download it yourself, or even just comment down below your IG handle and I'll send it across to you myself personally, okay? But hopefully you enjoyed the video. It has a good session, and please like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTuber shit. We're putting a lot of effort into the Dubai content at the moment, 2 uploads a week. Hopefully you're enjoying it, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.